So this is finally the Mahindra XUV400 fully electric SUV from the house of Mahindra, and here's a quick look. You have similar headlights as the regular XUV300, but the grille over here has been removed and you have this flat panel with some copper inserts. The Twin Peaks logo is finished in copper. You have some copper inserts on the bumper as well as on the grille part of the car, and this one, the car which I'm shooting, has a contrasting color of blue and copper. Here's a look at the engine bay. Okay, I cannot call it an engine bay because there's no engine, but yes, you can have a look at the mechanicals of the car. This one gets no insulation on the bonnet. You get a 39.3 kilowatt hour 39.5 kilowatt hour battery. 0 to 100 comes up in a claimed 8.3 seconds, which is probably the fastest in the segment, and the Mahindra XUV400 also has a highest torque rating of 310 Newton meters, which is also the highest among its segment and more than its rivals. Now talking about the charging time, this one can be charged from 0 to 80% using a fast charger in about 50 minutes, 50, and using a slow charger the charging time would be probably 7 to 9 hours depending on the voltage. So here you can have a look at the fascia of this car. Lots of copper elements because yes, Mahindra wants to keep the theme electrified. You get new alloy wheels, and talking about the design of the car, well, it is based on the 300, so it looks similar to the 300, but the length of the vehicle has increased by approximately 200 millimeters, and the boot has also increased, and the capacity is now 378 liters. I'll show it to you in a bit, and before that I'll show you the interior of this car. So here's a look at the door pad of the car. Again, similar layout as the 300, plasticky panels, you get the same switches, and yeah, let me just get into the driver's seat of the car. You can have a look at the copper inserts on the dashboard also over here. The layout is exactly the same as the 300, but there are some minor changes here and there, including the new Twin Peaks logo and some changes to the display in the instrument cluster, because yes, this is an EV, so there's no tachometer. Instead you get a meter which is more oriented towards an electric car. Talking about the seats, you get this leather upholstery over here with some blue stitching to keep the contrast theme alive. And now getting back into the car, this one, the 400, is longer, taller, wider than the Tata Nexon. The wheelbase is also the longest in the segment, 2600 millimeters longer than the Hyundai Kona also. Here's a look at the AC controls of the car. On the center console, you get a regular USB port, you get those regular charging sockets, and I guess that's about it. So it's not a very different layout compared to the 300, but this is all new. The gear knob, you get P, R and D modes. There's an L mode also, which I'll show you when we drive the car. And you can have a look at the key of the car, which is similar to what we have seen from recent Mahindra cars. The armrest over here, you can have a look. I cannot give my opinion on the car right now because that is under embargo. So the detailed video of this car will go live on Sunday at 4 p.m. Until then, you can just have a look at the interiors and the exteriors of the 400. No auto dimming RVM. Here's a look at the sunroof controls of the car. So yeah, the layout is same as the 300. Not a lot of changes apart from the different color theme. Some cosmetic changes. Of course, you get new taillights over here, and these are much different than what we have seen on the 300. You can have a look at the copper finished badging, and at the rear also you get the new Twin Peaks logo. So this is how the rear of the car looks. You get this blue color. Apart from this, there's a white color and there's a black color also, and both of those colors are also offered with that contrasting copper colored theme. So here's a look at the boot of the car. This is around 378 liters big, which is again bigger than the regular 300 and bigger than the rivals also. 3 adjustable headrests over here, and I know it is a bit dark over here, but yes, you do get a big boot. So yeah, the capacity is quite nice. The car now measures 4.2 meters in length. The 300 was 3999 millimeters. So yeah, that was a sub 4 meter car. You can have a look at the space of the spare. You can have a look at the spare wheel of the car, and these body panels. So the batteries of most EVs are imported from China and the likes, but Mahindra says that the battery pack of the 400 is made at their facility in Chakan. So yes, I think that's something to watch out for, and I guess that's about it. I'll be driving this car tomorrow. Review drops on Sunday at 4 p.m.